In our previous video, we have done a very important problem, word problem about what was the topic of the problem? It was a problem about a monkey drinking water. Monkey was sitting on the step 1, water was on the step 9. So, how many jumps the monkey should do to reach the water level? That was the first part of the problem. Second part, from the water level, again how many jumps the monkey should do to reach the first step. So, we have completed that problem. With that problem, we have completed exercise 1.1 also. Now, we are going to learn some new concepts. Actually, they are not new. We have learned in our previous classes. We are just going to learn them little bit more about that properties. Okay. Now, before going to properties, I will give you some introduction. Listen very carefully. Two is a natural number. 3 is a natural number. When two natural numbers are added, we get 5, which is also a natural number. I think you remember what are natural numbers? Numbers which we use for counting. If we want to count how many members are in your family, we start counting from 1. So, starting from 1, all numbers are called natural numbers. They are also known as counting numbers. So, when I am adding two natural numbers, the sum is also a natural number. Next. Is a natural number. 0. What is 0? Is 0 a natural number? No. 0 is the whole number. Whole number. Whole means complete. 0 is also complete. Okay. When we don't have something, we represent using 0. For example, there are 0 monkeys in this class. There are no monkeys. So, I am using this number to tell that there are no monkeys. 0. Okay. Now, 2 is a natural number and it is also a whole number. Do you remember? All numbers starting from 0 are called whole numbers. 0 is also whole number, 1 is also whole number, 2 is also whole number. So, when I am adding two whole numbers, the sum is also a whole number. So, here we are talking about basic mathematical operation, addition. We are talking about addition. When two natural numbers are added, we get a natural number. When two whole numbers are added, we get a whole number. Now, let us see. When two integers are added, will we get integer or not? I am taking one integer. Integers, do you remember what are integers? All negative numbers, 0 and all positive numbers are known as integers. Now, I am taking one negative integer. I am adding one positive integer. Following what I am telling? I have taken one negative integer and to that negative integer I am adding a positive integer. Now, what is the sum? We will do in a vertical way. Observe carefully. Plus 3 minus 2. This plus what I have written before 3 is not this addition symbol. It is the sign which is before 3. Every number will have one sign before it. If I am not writing any sign before a number, it means that is a positive number. So 3 is a positive number plus 3. 2 is a negative number minus 2. Now do you remember how to add numbers when they are of opposite sign? When numbers have opposite sign, when two numbers have opposite sign, they should be subtracted. It is also addition, but here we should subtract. First you close the signs. From bigger number subtract the smaller number. What is 3 minus 2? 1. What is the sign of the bigger number? Plus. Answer also will be plus. So what can we tell? We can tell that when two integers are added, the sum is also an integer. Understood? When two natural numbers are added, we get a natural number. When two whole numbers are added, we get a whole number. When two integers are added, we get an integer. This property is known as closure property. Remember the name of the property. It is first property in addition operation. We are talking about only addition now. In addition, our first property is closure. What is the meaning of this property? The meaning is when two integers are added, we should get an integer. We are getting an integer or not? We are getting integer. So we can tell that closure property is true for integers. Closure property is true for natural numbers also. For addition. Closure property is true for whole numbers also. For addition. Closure property is true for integers also. For addition. Understood first property? So our next property is commutative property. After explaining these two properties, I am going to give you some homework problems. In our previous class, means previous video, I have done only one word problem, that monkey and tank and steps problem. So in that video, I did not give you any homework. In this video, I am going to give you homework based on closure property and commutative property. Now we will learn about commutative property. Now our second property. This is also for addition. First let us complete one operation. After addition we will go to subtraction. Okay, now observe what I am going to do. Very easy, and this you are learning from grade 4 onwards. In grade 4 you have learned, grade 5 you have learned, grade 6 you have learned, and in grade 7 we are just extending little bit. 2 plus 3. 3 plus 2. What did I do? Observe carefully. I am going to explain what I have done. Here, this is called left hand side and this is called right hand side. Why we call it like that? Because if I stand exactly near equal sign, this is my right side and this is my left side. Now, what do we have on left hand side? We have two numbers. What is the first number? 2. What is the second number? 3. Now come to right hand side. What is the first number? 3. What is the second number? 2. So what did I do? I interchanged the places. First number I kept in second place. Second number I kept in first place. I changed the order. Remember this word is very important. Order. What is the meaning of order? First, second, third, fourth, that is called order. Now here I changed the order. First number I sent to second place. Second number I sent to first place. In our classroom also we will be changing the places of students. Some student who is in first bench will be sending them to second bench. Who is in second bench will be bringing to first bench. So we are changing their order. Here also we are changing the order of numbers. order. First number went to second place, second number came to first place. Now, by changing the order, after changing the order, I am going to add now. What is 2 plus 3? 5. What is 3 plus 2? 5. What is this? Even after changing the order also, we are getting the same sum. So, we can tell that commutative property is true for addition of natural numbers. These are natural numbers. It is true for whole numbers also. I will give you one example. 3 plus 0, 0 plus 3. Here also we get 3, here also we get 3. So, for whole numbers also, commutative property is true for addition. Now, shall we see whether it is true for integers or not? I am taking 2 integers. I am taking 2 integers, observe carefully. Now, we are taking 2 integers. What are the 2 integers? Minus 1, minus 2. Minus 1 is first integer, minus 2 is second integer. Now I am changing the order. Minus 2, minus 3. First integer I send to second place, second integer I send to first place. Now, when the signs are same, minus minus, what should you do? You should add these two numbers and keep the same sign. Same sign means addition. What is 1 plus 2? 3. And same sign. What is 2 plus 1? 3. And same sign. Now, what can you tell? What can you tell? We can tell that commutative property is true for integers also when we are adding them. Closure property is also true for addition of integers. Commutative property is also true for addition of integers. Now, subtraction. We completed addition. We completed for closure property, we completed addition. For commutative property also, we completed addition. Now, we are going to do subtraction. First, let us start with closure property. In closure property also with natural numbers. See, three minus 2, 1. 3 is a natural number, 2 is a natural number, 1 is also a natural number. So, can we tell that closure property is true for subtraction? Yes? And taking one more example. 2 is a natural number, 2 is also a natural number. What is 2 minus 2? Is 0 a natural number? No. So, for natural numbers, closure property is not true for subtraction. Understood? Now let us go to whole numbers. You can take the same example. When I am subtracting one whole number from another whole number, I am getting a whole number. When I am subtracting one whole number from another whole number, I am getting a whole number. So, for whole numbers, closure property in subtraction is true. Now, let us check whether for integers in subtraction closure property is true or not. Minus 4 plus minus 4 minus 3. Here I will take one more, I will write one more sign and explain clearly, listen very carefully. Here I am doing subtraction. Minus from minus 4 I am subtracting plus 3. From minus 4 I am subtracting plus 3. Now first step is to open the brackets. See, minus 4 I am writing as it is here. Minus into plus. What is minus into plus? Minus into plus is minus. Minus 3. Now what is minus 4 minus 3? It is minus 7. So when I subtracted one integer from another integer, answer is also an integer. So we can tell that closure property is true in integers subtraction. Yes students, now our second property in subtraction, commutative property. Now what is the meaning of commutative? Tell me the meaning of this word. Very simple. Commutative means order, changing the order. Now see, I am taking two natural numbers. On right hand side also I will take two natural numbers. Natural numbers. What is 3 minus 2? 1. What is 2 minus 3? 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Is minus 1 and plus 1 are both the same? Both are equal? No. Actually, minus 1 is not at all a natural number also. So, what can we tell? We can tell that commutative property is not true for subtraction of natural numbers. Now, let us take whole numbers. 4 minus 0, 0 minus 4. What is 4 minus 0? 4. What is 0 minus 4? Minus 4. So, for whole numbers also closure property is false. For natural numbers also closure property is false. For whole numbers also closure property is false. Now, let us check whether commutative property, not closure property, sorry. For commutative property is false for natural numbers for subtraction. Commutative property is false for whole numbers subtraction. Now let us check whether commutative property is true or false for subtraction of integers. I am taking two integers. Let us check whether it is true or not. See, I am taking, what I am taking? 3 minus 2. And 2 minus 3. Both 3 is integer, 2 is integer. 2 is integer, 3 is integer. I changed their order. Now, what is 3 minus 2? Plus 1. Why plus 1? Because 3 is having positive sign. What is 2 minus 3? Minus 1. Why minus 1? Because 3 is having negative sign. So, are plus 1 and minus 1 equal? No, they are not equal. So, what can we tell? We can tell that commutative property is false for subtraction of integers. Now, I am going to write your homework. I will write some problem. I will explain one problem for addition, one problem for subtraction. Remaining problems you should do as your homework. I send you homework photos. You solve the problem clearly and send me photos. Many students are not sending homework photos. Yes, students, this is only for closure property. Homework is only based on closure property, not commutative property. So, first two are related to addition operation, second two are related to subtraction operation. Now, let me explain two addition problems and two subtraction problems. Remaining, you will do as homework. First one, 17 plus 23 is equal to 40. Okay. And I am taking two integers. Sum is also an integer or not? Yes. This is our answer. It is an integer. Next. Minus 10 plus 3. What is minus 10 plus 3? Minus 7. Is minus 7 an integer? Yes. It is an integer. So, how should you solve the homework problem? You should write this answer also and you should write this statement also. This is the question part. For second one, 7 minus 9 subtraction. 7 minus 9 is minus 2. Is minus 2 an integer? Yes. is an integer. Now 17 minus of minus 21. Whenever they are giving brackets, what is our first duty? To remove the brackets. I am writing 17 as it is. Minus into minus plus. What is 17 plus 21? 7 plus 1 is 8, 2 plus 1 is 3. 38. 7 plus 1, 8. 1 plus 2, 3. Now, is 38 an integer? Yes or no? Yes. So, write 38 here. Write it is an integer. Understood how to solve the homework problems? First, we have to find the value. First, we have to find the value. After finding the value, you should tell whether it is an integer or not. I will show you homework. See here, page number 6. In page number 6, this is addition and these are subtraction. Both are closure property only. Closure property addition problems, closure property subtraction problems. You have to write answer here and statement here, whether it is an integer or not. Understood? So, in our next class, we will discuss associative property.